Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten 774 here, bringing you the next video in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew, The Secret of Shadow Ranch. We have a few different things we can do now. I think first, let's take Bob to Cougar Bend, where Mary told us we can probably find some petroglyphs. Go on a nice ride. I'm gonna vote that we avoid Snake Canyon. That doesn't sound like a fun place to go. I don't really mind snakes, but I also don't like when they sneak up on you, so we can just avoid it. Once you start exploring outside of Shadow Ranch, start looking for these. You'll start to see them basically anywhere on the ground. It's just really important to keep an eye out for as many arrowheads as you can. It'll make the game a lot easier for you. Can't really get up there. But let's see. If we go over... We were just over here. I see a petroglyph. And it looks like it's right here. So then it uses the chart to figure out what letters correspond. How about over here? Do we have more? Yeah, we do. This one, let's go here. Where was that round one? Aha! Round one goes here. And then it looked like there were a couple over on this side towards the bottom. Aha! There is. There's like a gecko. And then, was there one higher up to the side? Yeah. I don't know what that is, but it's cool looking. Okay, so those are all the lower level ones. I didn't see any more arrowheads over here. Are there any... Oop! Arrowhead. Some of them are hard to see, so you gotta really look. We can climb up the rocks here. There's a... Ooh, wow. Okay, swirly one goes here. And then if we look at... There's a bird right underneath here. And then there's like a galloping deer thing here. And then if we turn, looks like there's a sun high up. And then there must be a hand, yeah, down here. It sounds like there's raining. So that looks like all the ones we can get for now. Ooh, nice view. Cool. So if we crawl down, again, keep your eyes peeled for any arrowheads on the ground, but I don't see any more. So let's get on Bob. Let's go to this trail stop here. Oh, look, an arrowhead right away. Take another step. Oh, and there's another arrowhead. There's a lot at the trail stop. We've already found 2. What's this? Here lies Charlie, best mule whatever lived. Never kicked me or nothing. Rest in peace. January 1881. Any more arrowheads? No. Can't look at anything here besides Charlie. Egg of plant, agave. I don't see anything else. How about this way? This. Ooh, rattling sound. Let's back away very quickly because I don't want to get bit by a rattlesnake. Not on the top of my to-do list. There's another arrowhead. How about... Ooh, here's another one.
I think I'll let Bob do the walking.
Okay, we can't go any farther. So I don't see it. Keep your eyes peeled as we keep walking back. Any more? Any more? Nope, don't see any more. Cool. Okay, let's go back to Mary's gifts. We'll just keep doing short little walks, make things easier for Bob. And Mary told us that if we can get into the trunk, we can keep something from inside it. And I think if we give Charleena Purcell a call, she might be able to help us since she knows so much about history of this area.
Charleena Purcell's office.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. May I please speak to Miss Purcell?
Concerning?
I'm staying at a ranch in central Arizona, and since she knows so much about the history of Arizona, I thought maybe she could answer some questions for me.
Questions concerning?
Well, I came across a very old trunk that might contain stuff that has to do with these people named Dirk Valentine and Francis Humber. Only I can't open it.
Did you say Dirk Valentine?
And his girlfriend, Francis Humber, yes.
Huh. Oh, would you hold, please?
Thank you for holding, and thank you for calling the office of Charleena Purcell. Miss Purcell's latest novel, like Wind Through My Heart, was an instant bestseller. And like so many of her novels, it recently received the Catherine Coop Award for Historical Excellence. Reading a Charleena Purcell novel is like traveling through time to the old Southwest on the wings of love.
Oh,
This is
boy.
Charleena. Who is this again?
Nancy Drew?
Tell me about the trunk you found.
Well, the lock seems to have something to do with this image that's engraved on the trunk right above it.
Describe the image.
It's this kind of abstract design made up of hearts and doves and the initials EH and AH.
EH would be Eldridge Humber, and AH would be Abigail Humber, Francis Humber's grandparents. The picture no doubt commemorates their wedding day, which was April 9th, 1811.
Why do you know so much about the Humbers?
I've been running across fascinating tidbits concerning the Humber family and stashing them away for years. When I have enough tidbits stashed away, I may well write a book about them.
Then you'd probably be very interested to know what's in this trunk.
Yes, I would. And since I've helped you, or tried to, it's only fair that you help me, don't you think?
Sure, I'll keep you posted. Did I mention that I'm staying at Shadow Ranch?
This just gets better and better. I'll tell my assistant to put your calls through immediately. By the way, why are you so interested in the Humbers?
Knowing more about them and what happened in the past may help me figure out something that's going on in the present. I'm kind of a detective.
That makes two of us. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Awesome. So Charleena thinks that, well, Charleena said that the wedding day for EH and AH was April 9th, 1811, which probably has something to do with the direction that these little twisty thingies need to be pointing in. So April would be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. April 9th of 11. 10, 11.
I got the trunk open!
Great, thank you. Go ahead and take something from it. You deserve a reward.
And I'm gonna want this, because this looks familiar. So if we look at it,
I wonder how you open this.
from the pocket watch that we got at Shadow Ranch, we got this little key, which we can use to open
Bingo!
this one. Ooh, so
F.H. Francis Humber?
I was just gonna say that this one must have belonged to Francis. So then you open it the same way as the other one. Okay, 11, 11, 7, 11, 1, 11, 1, 11, 1, 9, 11, 1, 9, 7, 5, 3. Ooh, she tore her father.
Green bottle under... wonder what that means.
Green bottle under. I do wonder what that means. Can we say anything to Mary?
Hi, can I help you with something?
It was great talking to you.
Catch you later.
Nothing really to chat about with Mary. So let us get on Bob here and head back to Shadow Ranch. We have found out some interesting stuff. We have found some arrowheads. We found some petroglyphs. There's more petroglyphs that we can see too. So you have to make sure that you put away the saddle or Tex will get very upset. So, whoops. There we go. Okay. So we go back and put the saddle back on the thingy here. Oh, whoa.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'd better put that back.
Ooh, Tex eats Cocoa Kringles. J. Nash, Tex Britton. Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, Jane Nash is Tex's sister.
Lasso yourself a wild one, partner. I still can't believe I've got a real-life cowboy for a brother, your little sister Jane. Jane Nash was the one that wrote that really angry letter to the Raleighs. That's sketchy. Hey!
You still here?
You sound surprised.
You and your friends, if they ever show up, you ain't gonna last more than 3 days out here.
Why do you say that?
City folk can't take living out here. Too rugged, too much work, too dangerous.
I'll show you.
I understand you have a sister named Jane Nash.
So what if I do?
Did you know that she used to work for the Raleighs?
No, she didn't. What gave you that idea? Hey, you've been snooping, haven't you? In the Raleigh stuff? In my stuff?
I'm just very observant, that's all.
My business ain't none of your business, and that includes any sisters I may or may not have. You need to go. I'm busy.
But I need the rope. Can I still ask you about it?
I'm busy.
Nope. Oops, lost that opportunity. Made Tex mad. I want a rope so we can... Oh, it's evening.
And she'll be coming around the mountain when she goes. Yodelay.
I can't take any more.
Where are you going? You can't leave. The Raleighs said we were to have a cookout and entertain our guest.
Yeah, well, I don't call this entertainment. It's worse than whatever that stuff was you cooked.
That was lamb ragout for your information, and it was great. If you couldn't appreciate it, it's because your taste buds are about as sophisticated as a sand flea's.
I think I'll turn in too. Night, ma'am. Next time, just stick to burgers.
Et tu, Brute? You see that? You see what I put up with? Day in and day out, I cast my culinary pearls before ungrateful, uncultured swine. Well, I'll show them. I'll write a best-selling cookbook, that's what I do. Then I'll get my own TV show, then I'll do a movie, and while they're out here punching cattle, I'll become a gazillionaire.
Oh, Shorty. What the?
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Whoa. What up with that?
And you say this happened right after that phantom horse showed up again?
The pump house blew just as the horse was galloping away.
Oh my, this is awful. Maybe Shorty was right. Maybe that horse is a bad omen.
I'm more inclined to think that someone is using that horse to divert attention.
What do you mean?
It's possible that while everyone's attention was on that horse, someone sabotaged the pump house.
Why on earth would someone sabotage the pump house?
Someone may be trying to chase you off the ranch.
But why?
That I don't know. Yet.
You don't think Tex or Shorty or Dave is somehow involved, do you?
It's possible, but I just don't know yet.
Oh my, you might not be safe there.
Maybe we should send her home.
I'll be fine, really. I want to help, and I can help.
Well, it sounds like we could certainly use your help.
Can you think of any reason why someone might want you off the ranch?
No, but I'll tell you what. Ed and I will put our thinking caps on, and if anything comes to us, we'll call you. Have you called the sheriff and told him all this?
Not yet.
Tell her about the storms.
Tell me about the what?
The storms. You need to be careful when you go riding because it can be sunny one minute and pouring down rain the next.
I'll be careful.
Good. And if you have any more questions, just call.
One more thing. Until I figure out what's going on, it would probably be a good idea not to mention my suspicions to anyone at the ranch.
Of course. Keep in touch.
I will. Bye.
Well, that was an interesting evening. We had another... Well, we had our first run-in with the Phantom Horse. Everyone else had another run-in with the Phantom Horse. And then the pump house blew up? Let's go take a look at the pump house. Crime scene. No trespassing by order of the sheriff. Can I go
better
in
not
anyway?
go in there until I call the sheriff.
Alright, well, let's call him, because I want to get in there. Sheriff. I want to trespass.
Hernandez.
Hi, are you the sheriff?
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm staying at Shadow Ranch.
Oh, yeah? I spent a good part of last night out there.
I know. I never got a chance to talk to you.
Is there something I can do for you?
Would it be all right if I looked around in the pump house?
Sure. I'm all done in there. Should have had my deputy take that sign down. Mind my asking why you want to look around? Wait a minute. Dave told me about you. You're the girl detective.
Amateur detective.
I don't know. Dave seemed to be real impressed with you. In more ways than one, I might add.
Really? Ooh.
Do you know most of the men who work at Shadow Ranch?
I know them all. That doesn't mean I'm best buddies with them, but it's a pretty small world out here, and I've either known or known of those boys for years.
And they're all stand-up guys, as far as you know?
I'd vouch for every single one of them.
Thanks for your help.
My pleasure.
Alright, so now we can go in. Ooh. Kind of flooded.
Looks like the pipe is pretty badly corroded.
And you might miss this, but there is an arrowhead. It's really hard to see. It kind of gets blended in, and the first couple times I played this game, it was really hard to notice. But yes, the pipe is super corroded, which is kind of crazy. Also, what's that? Ooh, secret passageway. Gotta carefully walk over the hole in the secret passageway. What's in here?
Dave?
Well, where did you come from?
Where did you come from?
Well, see, I'm looking for Dirk Valentine's treasure.
Then you lied before when you said you didn't know who Dirk Valentine was.
Yes, ma'am. See, my great Aunt Ellie was Francis Humber's cousin. When she died, she left me a bunch of stuff, including an old letter she'd gotten from Francis. In the letter, Francis said that Valentine had hidden a bunch of loot somewhere and wanted Francis to find it by following the clues he left for her. Francis was real smart, see? Loved puzzles, played the piano pretty good, too. Anyway, after Valentine met his end, Francis was too broken-hearted to care about some treasure. She told Aunt Ellie that if she could find it, she could keep it. I also found this picture. That's Francis's father, Sheriff Merrill Humber. There's something written on the back. Stairs to cellar. That's Francis's handwriting. Looks like the other half of the message got torn off. I was hoping that the treasure might be under the stairs in here, but no such luck.
I didn't know this place had a cellar.
As far as I know, no one does. The entrance is secret. These stairs lead to a secret door behind the bookcase in the den.
What do the Raleighs think about all this?
The Raleighs don't know. I was afraid that if I told them, they'd... See, my brother's dead broke. No job, health's bad. I was thinking if I could just find the treasure...
I understand, but now I'm in kind of an awkward position.
I know, and I'll tell them, I swear, soon as they come back. They got enough on their minds right now.
You haven't been using that phantom horse to try to scare the Raleighs off so you can hunt for Valentine's treasure in peace?
I don't know anything about that horse or any of the other stuff that's been going on around here, I swear. Now, if you'll pardon me, I need to tend to my chores.
No, wait! You don't have to leave!
Ooh, that was awkward. Yeah.
Acid. Wonder what somebody's been using that for.
Probably to corrode the pipe, Nancy. The one that we just saw. This is a bag. Chicago Mercantile Company. Huh.
Something's missing.
Something is missing. How very interesting. We'll have to figure out what it is, won't we? Looking for some stuff in here. Not really seeing too much. But we know...
Maybe the message on the pictures refers not to the stairs to the den, but to these stairs.
Right. Which... Dave probably doesn't know about. Aha! That is what we will solve in our next video. See you then, fellow detectives!